Hello, hello, everybody. Randina Marie here. Congrats, this is your 10th broadcast. I've done 10 videos already. 10 of these live streams in our group. Okay, I'm just going to wait for a couple of people to jump on. Hopefully all my women in the course hear about this and have the time to get on. We're going to talk about some important things today, and if not, you can just watch the recording because we start tomorrow. Hi, Lori. Thank you for joining. So we have some fun stuff to talk about, so I'm going to wait for a few people to get on because I want to go over vision boards and how to get them to work for you. I want to go over conscious and subconscious and what the difference between those two is. So everything that I'm going to talk about on this video is going to help you to understand when we get full into the course. Thank you, Lori. Hi, Robin. So that you can take this information and use it so that as we progress forward, that it's already ingrained. So you're going to watch this as much as you can. Hi, Jessica. So I'm really excited about this course, and I want you to know that we're going to move very quickly, right? Like we're going to move very fast. Hi, Amanda. That's how I do things. I'm all about doing all of this healing journey and this transformation quickly. We don't need to spend, lifetime stuck in the muck. We are here to clean it out very quickly so that we can move forward, because that's what we are here to do. Especially all of us who know we're light workers and who are here on the planet to do the light work, or we have an inclination that we may be a light worker. If you even think that you might be at all in any way, shape, or form, whether it's a light worker to transform your children or it's a light worker to transform the world, then you definitely want to know these things. You want to know how to manifest very quickly. You want to know the laws of the universe. You want to know how to engage your feminine power to be able to heal your own life, so then you can go out and be the bigger blessing for the world, because there's only a very small percentage of the population that actually knows how to use these tools to create what it is that they want to create. Most people are creating by default or autopilot. They're not really deliberate about what it is that they're creating. They just kind of they're not really solid in grounding in their knowing of what it is that they're doing. And so that is what I'm here to teach, the awakening of the divine feminine, the awakening to your power to create in this reality, whatever it is that you want to create. It doesn't matter. Like, you have the power to create it. Everything that you've learned, just set that all to the side. So set your ego and your critical mind to the side and come to this present moment with fresh eyes, with fresh mind, with an open space, allowing yourself to really connect into your guidance and hear the message that is for you, because there is messages in every single thing. There's signs all around us all day long. It's up to us to be able to feel into those signs and see if they resonate with who we are. Okay, so hi, Adriana. So I'm so excited about tomorrow. I'm so excited about all of it. Before we even get into that, one of the things that I really, really want you to do, for those of you who are already enrolled in the course, I want you to set your intention, right? So write out what your intention is for being in this course. And that could be your heart's desires, like what was your motive for signing up for it? What was your motive for wanting to be in it? And what are you hoping to gain from it? Because the more clear you can be on that, the faster it will happen for you. You want to include 3 inner shifts that you desire to have within the program and 3 outer shifts that you want to see. And what I'm also going to have you do is I'm going to have you take video of yourself, and it's just for you to keep. You don't have to send it to me if you don't want to, but video of yourself, of where you are in relation to what it is that you desire and the limiting beliefs that you believe are holding you back from actually achieving that. So you're going to video this, and it can be 3-minute to 10-minute video, whatever you want it to be, but you have to do it. And in the very beginning, beginning, this is what I'm going to explain this tomorrow, exactly how to do that. And then in the very end, you're going to do the same thing, and you're going to see that you are a completely different person, that you look completely different, and that you have manifested the 3 shifts, inner and outer, that you desire to manifest. And if you haven't manifested, if it's big, if it's like, oh, I want to be a millionaire, what you will see is that you see signs of land. So you'll start to see these things flowing into your reality so that you can really just, hi Lisa, so that you can really just ground down into it. So those are I'll notate that again as we go to the end, but for those of you who are in the course, that's what I would like you to do. I'm going to create a PDF later and upload it to the course content for that to occur. I just am really busy today, so I wanted to just get on here and kind of let you know what was coming. Okay, so let's talk about vision boards, because I said I was going to do a live stream on vision boards. However, I do not have time to do a separate one, so I'm just going to include it in this one, and I really want to address this. There were people on there that weren't, that are just being introduced, in our group, that are just being introduced to this whole concept of vision boards. Now, let me tell you, I have created several vision boards, and the reason why I've created several is because every single thing manifests on the vision boards. And when I learned how to do this, and I learned how to change my frame, these little tweaks that I'm going to teach you right now on this are going to take your vision board and put it on, like, steroids, so that you can start manifesting what it is that you put up there. So the very first thing is, before you even create a vision board, you want to write down what it is that you want to experience in your life, because you take it from thought to form and it becomes much stronger. So when you write down the top things that you want to experience in every area of your life, and then you do your vision board, you'll have completely different results from that, because now you have intention to form, to experience. So another thing is to make sure that you feng shui your vision board. So you want to, there's a book called Move Your Stuff, Change Your Life by Karen Roosh, I think. That book is phenomenal because it's really easy, really user-friendly. You also want to do this for your house because you want to get the energy moving and flowing. It really does work. From the time when I was still on food stamps when I found that book. And when I found that book and I reorganized my whole prosperity section, money started flowing in. I'm not going to say, oh, it was just magical and all of a sudden everything was amazing. I still had a lot of inner work to do on the belief systems I had around money and my value and what money meant and all the learned and conditioning bullshit that I was taught growing up inadvertently. Of course, our parents aren't doing it on purpose. They're doing it to teach us what they knew to protect us. So after I learned about feng shui and put it in, money did really start generating for me. Within a few months, I was able to get off complete state aid and start taking care of myself and my family. So you want to feng shui your vision board, and when you have your vision board out, the upper left-hand corner is your prosperity, and then you have the second, which is your fame and reputation. And so if you think of them in squares, so it's like squares of 3, like 1 square, 2 square, 3 squares. 1 square, 2 square, 3 squares, 1 square, 2 square, 3 squares. It's like it's 9, right? So you have it this way. So with your vision board, you'll have your prosperity, you have your fame and reputation, you'll have your your love and relationship is in the top right-hand side. Then you will have, thank you, Amanda, for posting that. Thank you. Amanda posted the link for the book, so you can click on that in the comments. And then you have your health is in the center, and then you have your career, and then you have your skills and knowledge. So it's like goes in all these different directions. So what you're going to do is you're going to take all those areas and you're going to say the top 3 things that you want to experience in those areas. If it's love and relationships, then you're going to write the top 3 things that you want to experience in love and relationships. Then you go to the bookstore, because the bookstore has tons of magazines, and you get magazines, and you just sit down and you have your list of desires of what it is that you want to experience, and you have your vision board, and the flow is there, and it's very, very precise in the way that you lay it out. Layla, the book is phenomenal. Yes, it is. It's my go-to for everything for years now. Okay, can you please write all the boxes after this is done? I will try to do that if I have time. I have to run to an appointment after this, but I will, at some point I will if I can. If not, I think there's some pictures online that you can find that will show you exactly what it is. Just get the book, because you're going to want to do this to your house. So do this to your house too. It's like all together, we're doing this all together. And we're also going to do this in the course too. So for those of you who are in the course, because there's a specific way to visualize what you want to experience to get them to work. Cindy, I couldn't write fast enough. I know I talk really fast, I'm sorry. There's a specific, but you'll know tomorrow. I'll go through everything tomorrow in the course, okay? Also, there's a specific way to visualize. Like the mainstream teaches you about visualization, but they don't teach you where to put your visualization. Your brain literally puts fantasy in one category. You know, what you've already experienced that's done, it knows it's done in another category. What you're going to experience, like brushing your teeth, in another category. If you pay attention to where you're visualizing, it puts it in all different brackets in your brain. And so what we want to do is have your visualization be in the reality, not fantasy. So the more that you can do these kinds of things, and I'm going to teach you how to do that in the course, but it takes a long time, so I can't do it right now. Just know that. Just pay attention to where you're visualizing. The more that you get into creating this pre-paving, the easier it is to have your visions flow into where they need to be so that your brain knows that they're real and they're bringing it into your reality. It is phenomenal. I mean, when I first started doing it, was like from one week to the next, to the next, to the next. It was like things that I had visualized, people saying, they were saying. Like, this stuff is real. It's not, there is no mysticism about this. This is real. This is the laws of the universe, and this is how we're going to create our lives. Okay, so with the vision board, another thing is to look at it as though, look at what I get to experience. Look, Heidi, I just declutter and cleanse my home. Yeah, now feng shui it, like completely. It'll flow. Yeah, I know, right? Most people don't know that. I mean, you wouldn't know that unless you studied, neurofeedback. You wouldn't, or the bio engineering about biology. You wouldn't know any of the stuff about the brain unless you studied that. So thank God for all of us that I'm a fanatic about studying it, so I could teach you. Okay, so when you have your vision boards, looking at it like, look at what I get to experience. Because if you write down your list of desires, and then you write down, and then you feng shui your vision board and it flows, when you're looking at these different things, you can close your eyes, visualize them, feel them, connect your heart, because your heart is the most powerful, to what it is that you're visualizing. Look at what I get to look forward to. Look at what I get to look forward to. That is a different reframe between looking at your vision board and saying, look at all the things on there, and then your subconscious being like, oh, well, that's not going to happen. Oh, well, that's not going to happen, without you even knowing it, because that's what it's doing. You have already created the momentum and paved the way for it to be a reality, and then you know how to vision. And so when you know how to vision and you have this energy of look at what I get to look forward to, you completely change the way you frame your vision board, and it goes from being fantasy to being reality. So that's what I wanted to talk about for vision boards. So the second thing that I wanted to explain to you, hi Amber, hi Robin, I love you both. Okay, so the second thing I wanted to explain to you was the conscious and subconscious presence in the world. So we have this conscious and subconscious reality, right? This is how most people follow the path. So we have all of these subconscious blueprints and patterning, right? Subconsciously, everything is programmed in from this lifetime, from previous lifetimes, from all of your experience, and it pulls on exactly what you need. Consciously is 5%. 5% of your consciousness. Right now, what we're doing is conscious communication. This is 5%. So 5% of what you're learning, there's only a small percentage that will actually translate into the subconscious. And it has to already click into some things that you already know. So it's like a remembering to make it more of a solid proof, to firm that to then flow. That's why it's really easy to forget. So what normally happens is people go through their life on autopilot, and they have to continue to experience what their law of attraction is in their reality based off what their signal is. And so they call in these new events into their life, right? Like you're calling in these new events into your life. And all of your patterns and programming are going to dictate how you respond to that event. And so if you are going through life and something triggers you, 80% of the information that you're using to come to a conclusion about what that means is from past. It's not from present, it's not from future, it's from the past. So most people go through their life and they live their lives on autopilot, and they're creating and pulling in all of this density and this chaos until they learn the lesson, and then they shift their patterning, right? You have an epiphany, you have an awakening, oh, I have to stop attracting those type of men, whatever it is. And so you shift your reality, and then you go into another. That is a very long way, and will take lifetimes to clear out what's internally. Now, and also the conscious learning about reading all these books and doing all these things. If you're not going at it at the subconscious level too, it's the same as if in school when we learn a word and then we have to write the definition 100 times or the word 100 times before it's finally ingrained. That is how the old way is. It's equivalent to doing that. Now, if you go at it subconsciously, and also consciously, you will create massive movement in your life. This is why what I do works. We go in, clear out the subconscious, reprogram with what we want, and then consciously, the 5%, you're doing what you need to do on top of that to reaffirm that. So this is what the goal is to get your subconscious mind to be dominant in the flow of your divinity, of your deservingness, of your worthiness, of your soul purpose, of your light worker, of all of these attributes that you need, all of the belief patterns, all of the everything you need. Everything you need, we have to go at it at the subconscious level. That means like listening to hypnosis from YouTube when you go to sleep at night. That means right when you wake up in the morning, listening to some hypnosis, because when you're going from sleep to wake, you move through theta. You move through your theta brainwave state, which is where the transformation for your subconscious mind takes place. So you want to make sure that you're doing this. Also, be very careful about the brainwave entrainment that you listen to on YouTube, because I have actually found different ones that are imprinting negative subconscious beliefs, and so you have to stay away from that. Use your intuition. Is this in my highest and best? Is this going to take me to where I want to go? The next thing is, everyone in the course, you have to download the imramainstitute.com, or I think it's .org, I'm not sure, I'll post the link. But the Imrama Institute, you're going to have to download this, and you're going to have to listen to it every single day, and I'm going to explain to you exactly how to do this. When you listen to it correctly, when you listen to it the way that you're supposed to, when you read the directions that it comes with, and you follow the directions, it transforms your brainwave states from being chaotic with all the thoughts and inputs collectively and everything that goes on in our brains throughout the day, and it makes them all synchronized. They all are in a synchronized state. Your brain is more relaxed and it's synchronized. And I'm going to teach you a meditation to do as you're doing this that is going to imprint what it is that you desire from the things that are on your vision board. It's really amazing. You fully feel it, you embody it, and you express it. So that's what we're going to do, just to know that that's coming up. For everyone else who's not, go on the Imrama Institute website, look into the research, download the one that calls to you, and begin that. Because we need to get our brain waves in a nice, smooth state so that we can begin to consciously reprogram all of the crap that's in there that is no longer serving us, that's causing us hardship and negativity in our lives. It is time to stand in your power and shine your light, because it's now or never. Like it really is now or never. It's you're either gonna do it, you're gonna listen, you're gonna go gracefully and easily and spread your wings and fly, or you've already been introduced to all of this stuff, you already kind of know what's going on, or you're gonna be taken kicking and screaming, because the creator of all that is ready for a transformation. This is why we're all waking up right now at this point in time. So it's time to awaken your power and understand the support of the universal forces in this universe that are here to support you. This is also another thing that we're going to be doing in the course. Someone asked me about, there is a portion about reprogramming our beliefs around God. So we have a light belief system around God, we have a shadow belief system around God. Everybody does. You can't have one without the other. So what we want to do is get your belief system to be 99.9% white light, light side, and then only have Amanda, that meditation helps so much, I know. It helps me too when we're working together, so that I can reprogram very quickly rather than hitting the blocks that are, of resistance, of old brain patterns that are there. So we want to make our brain work for us. That is the desire. Hi, Danielle. That is what is supposed to happen. Our brain is supposed to work for us. We're supposed to know how to control these bodies to get it to do what we want them to do, so that we can create the life that we came here to create. So when you have all the craziness and the thoughts that you're not controlling going on in your consciousness, your brain waves are in different states all around your brain, and it just creates stress and anxiety. You can't, that's why you go from one thought to another. You can't focus. And the only way to really create what it is that you want is to be able to focus on one thing. I just heard Abraham say, try looking at everything at one time. You can't. You won't look at anything. You have to look at one thing and focus on that one thing and grow it, and then by default, everything else grows around it too. So this is why I want you in the course to pick the 3 things that are the most important to you, because that's what we're going to focus on. Because when you transform the one thing that's the most important to you, everything else transforms too by default. So talking about getting your brainwaves in a healthy, happy, harmonious state so that we can move quickly, because we're going to move through this stuff very quickly. We're going to go into your false identity. We're going to reprogram all of the things that occurred when you were younger that are trauma points. We're going to clean out every discrepancy that you have with living your purpose in there. You're going to be awakened to who you are and what you came here to do. You're going to be more and fully supported in your power to create. You know, if any of you did the 5-day manifesting experience, you know that you were able to bring in, whether it took you 1 day or 2 days or 5 days, it doesn't even matter. You know that you were able to bring in, you know, what it is that you had set your mind to, or had the divine bring for you. Now, this is what we're going to do for the big things, because this is time. Like, it's ready to do. We're ready. Like, we're ready. We're ready to have the money that we deserve to have. We're ready to have the relationship that we deserve to have. We're ready to have the career that we deserve to have. We're ready to be who we really are, who we deserve to be. So this is what we're doing, moving fast. So this is like a bridge from where you are to where you want to be. So when you are in your life out in the world and you are desiring certain things, you're not 100% sure that thing's going to come to you, because you have all these fear and doubts and old learned and conditioned programming beliefs that are kind of getting in the way of you fully believing that. But the things that you really believe in and you really click in and you really know are coming, they come fast. So this is what we're going to do for your dreams and desires. You're going to know beyond a shadow of a doubt how fucking powerful you are. You really are. So this is the reason that I designed this course the way that I designed it, so that you can use your power and all these tools and know that you are the goddess creator bringing the stuff into your life. So the bridge, so what I was talking about is this creating the bridge to where you want to be. Most people go on autopilot, and some things manifest and some things don't. You know, some things go the way they want them to and some things don't. Like, no, that's old. That's old. We are goddesses. We came here to create. And I use this every day in my life. I teach my clients as they can attest to it. Every single one that I work with in depth, every single one that has, you know, me as a presence in their life, because I hold that space for them. It's so easy for them to create what they came here to create. And that's how it's supposed to be. So this is about clearing the muck so that you can get from here to there very quickly, and it's fun. It's really fun to really realize your power, and also doing it with other women who realize their power as well, because like I said earlier, most people in the world, they don't really know about this stuff. If they know, they're just learning. They don't really know it in depth. So for all of us who are doing this collectively together, it really is fun, and I'm so happy to be alive at this point in time. Okay, because we don't want to be on autopilot anymore. I have notes here, so that's why I'm looking down. We don't want to be on autopilot anymore. That's like a ping pong being thrown around, you know, like taking a long time to learn the lessons. We want to stop doing that. We don't need to do that anymore. You don't need to live in misery. I mean, unless you like misery, then go ahead and stay there. However, eventually that's going to lead to sickness. Hi, Keisha. So we want to make sure that we get into learning easier lessons, more graceful lessons, and letting go. Felicia, I feel overwhelmed today. Just breathe. You're probably not breathing enough. So also to know, when you feel overwhelmed, you're telling the universe that you cannot handle the mass that you're being given. So you have to really push that away. You have to stop yourself from overwhelm. I have to do it too, because I have so many people and so much coming at me, and my business is growing so fast that I'm like having to put all these systems and structures in place as an afterthought. You know, I didn't anticipate. I dreamed and desired that it would be amazing, and it's always better than what you think it's going to be. So send that overwhelmed feeling out and bring back in. Breathe into your breath, you know, into your diaphragm, and allow that energy to kind of flow through you. Okay, so we want to be deliberate on how to harness our power and manifest in concert with the divine. Like that is what we are going to do, rather than being in a reactionary or reactive. You know, most people are responding to current reality and then responding and then creating more current reality and then responding and then creating more current reality. Like, that's the old way. You know, that's the way of chaotic and dysfunctional relationships. You know, I know, well, speaking of vision boards, actually, when I was still married, but I was like wanting to not be married anymore because I was getting to the point where I couldn't take it, I made a vision board, and on the vision board I put this image of this man who was a professional dirt bike racer. He was attractive and funny and outgoing, and all of these things I put in my vision board. Well, I actually, and it's the craziest thing is that as I'm like, on the day, I'm like, gonna tell my husband to move out because I can't take it anymore. This man moves in across the street from my house as a temporary place because he was buying a house down the street, and he was the guy on my vision board. Like, exactly. He was a professional dirt bike racer. He looked exactly like him. It was like crazy chemistry. You know, he really helped me get into a state where I started living. I wasn't living before that. I was stuck in my house. I never even had Thai food. I only had Mexican and American food, and maybe like, you know, some Italian. I didn't really live life. I was still like in a studio because, you know, for my work, because I didn't want to be seen. I wanted to hide. I was abused and, you know, be a victim of life, right? And so when I started making the vision boards, they all began coming to life. Even the clothes that I put on there, even the car that I put on there. I'm telling you, like, this stuff really does work. Yeah, so we want to be more in a responsive, so that we're creating. So what comes up in our reality, we're looking at it and saying, okay, this is old creation. This is old. What do I want instead? What are the triggers here that I need to heal? Because those triggers are the limiting beliefs that are keeping you from really moving forward. And when you can become conscious that way and use your heart energy to clear that out, you then, hi Kelly, you then are able to become the deliberate creator that you came here to be. You're no longer kicked off your pedestal. You're no longer sad about, you know, your life experience. You understand things on such a deeper level, and you take your power back and you do what you came here to do, to be the light worker. It is time to wake up. It is time to wake up. Yes. Yeah, Heidi, same here. Ex was awful. Now I have a perfect husband. Yeah, it's amazing. It really is amazing. So that is what I want to talk about. Vision boards, consciousness. Watch this video again because there's so much information. I talk really fast, and you want to make sure that you're allowing it to ingrain. So for those of you in the course, week 1, we're doing vision boards, visualizations, dreaming, setting your intentions, and how to do that so that they can manifest into your reality. I'm going to talk to you about the Rama and why it's important and making sure you do it. I'm going to teach you how to do the meditation with the Rama that will change your chemistry and your body and your physiology and also your brain patterns and allow you to manifest at quantum speeds. And also, remember to set your intention for the course, your 3 inner shifts that you want to have, your 3 outer shifts that you want to have, and then you're going to record your video about where you are so that you can record your video about where you are going to be at the very end and see how much you transformed. It's so phenomenal and amazing, and I'm so happy to be on this journey with you. And for anybody who is still have questions about the course, you can always PM me. I will respond to you. I think there are 3 spots left. So if you were, Cindy, can't wait for the course to start tomorrow. I know, me too. So I actually opened up 5 more. So there were none, but I had 2 women that contacted me that really wanted to do it. So I opened up 5. So there's 3 left. So if you are interested, you can enter the code Shannon, SHANNON, in all capital letters, and that will give you $325 off of the total price. I will be closing registration tomorrow. So if you have not signed up, then you know, maybe sometime in the future, if I ever run this one again. I'm not sure I'm going to. Also, there was something else that I wanted to tell you about okay, so we're doing the Sacred Money Healing with Janet. We have her for a whole hour to do all Reiki Theta healing on us. I'm going to do a VIP, Amanda Smith. Yes. Yeah, I think so. We did that, right? Yes, I registered you. Yeah. Okay, and we're also going to have a VIP with me about, you know, doing Theta and Reiki on Divine Sacred Money as well. And we have Shannon for a whole hour too to do our group reading collectively so that we can really all amp up and bind together to be the light on the planet that we came here to be, not only manifesting our heart's desires and everything that we truly desire to have, but also helping the world at the same time. So I look forward to it all. The link is in this description of the video if you want to go look at it. If you have any questions, you can contact me. Other than that, I love you all so much, and I hope you have a beautiful day, and I always enjoy these, so I look forward to tomorrow. Bye!